go. Hey, good morning, guys. It's Micah from Sepulpa Times.
And Lucy with the City of Sepulpa.
Good morning, guys. It is a bright and sunshiny morning in downtown Sepulpa. I'm enjoying it. It's got a nice, crisp chill to the weather now. I feel like the holidays are really hitting us here. Have you seen what the weather's going to do over the next week?
It might snow.
Yes. I'm shocked to death about it, for one thing. But also, I mean, it's right on the edge of being miserable. I mean, we're talking like 12 degrees or something. I
I
mean,
know,
it's
but
cold.
do you know the probability of us having a white Christmas because of this?
No? Is it?
So
Is it
much
big?
greater.
Is it?
It's big.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I remember hearing months ago, Mike Collier
Mhm.
was talking about the possibility of a white Christmas and was saying, yeah, we're not, I don't know, maybe all the rain that we had might
Yeah.
contribute or something. And so now it's looking more and more likely, he's
Yeah.
saying? Okay. That would be awesome.
I know.
I would love that.
I don't know that I can I thought about this when we were talking about it. I don't know that I can look back and think of when we actually had a white Christmas.
Uh, Meaning, I think maybe, let's see. I know that we had a ice storm in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can't remember. And it's funny because in Oklahoma, a lot of times the snow will come, but it'll be in January.
Right. It's usually after we would go back to school. Like we would be out for Christmas break and then we would get like a second Christmas break or like a
Yeah.
second spring break, or something like that. But I can't ever remember like being home for Christmas break and having snow.
Well, now I will say this isn't quite that, but I mean, about as close as we've gotten recently is a couple of years ago during the Christmas shoot, it began snowing. And so I was
Mhm.
actually working that night and I was able to be down there and
Yeah.
catch some video of the snow falling on the Christmas shoot, which was magical. I mean, it was awesome.
Yes, I
Didn't
came
last long
down.
though.
It did not last long, but I came down for that. Hudson was really little. I think it was like 22, 2022 when that happened. Um, and yeah, we came down. Hudson was going through some health issues around that time, and so we were having to it wasn't COVID, but we had to isolate from everyone and everything because we couldn't figure out what was going on.
Okay.
And so one of the things that we would do every night was right before the shoot would close, we would come down and walk the shoot. So on really cold nights or if it was rainy at all, we would come down because there would be no crowds.
Yeah.
And so we happened to be here that night.
That it was snowing?
hmm
I wonder if I saw you. I don't remember.
I don't know. That
But
was before you knew me.
oh, that's one of the delineating points in my life. Like before you get married and after you get married, before you have kids, after kids, and before Lucy and after Lucy. That's kind of
Yeah.
one of my benchmarks there. So I can only think about how sad my life was then before then. But um, that's weird because I feel like I've known you the entire time we've had the Christmas shoot. It hadn't been that long.
Um, well, I mean, I didn't start working for the city until 23.
Okay, man, really?
Really?
It's only been like 2 years.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
I know.
Thought you were like a
It's been the
10-year
best few
veteran.
years of your life.
Sure.
But yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Okay. Awesome. So White Christmas is definitely on the radar for this year.
Mhm.
If we can get past the miserable, my car was actually telling me that there's a possibility of ice and I needed to be careful this morning.
That's
It was
awesome.
like 37 degrees out. Um, and it does look like it's going to warm up a little bit, I think. And then first week of December, y'all, is going to be pretty frigid. So be making your preparations now, especially like when we're talking like water pipes and things like that. I can't believe it. We're going to have to start doing that
I know.
already.
Get your coats out, your gloves, and your faucet covers.
Yep.
Or
Cover those faucets.
yeah,
Or
or
make
is it called a
them drip or
spigot?
whatever.
Your spigot covers.
Wow. Yeah. Um, Speaking of Christmas,
Okay.
we've got some stuff to talk about because it is Thanksgiving Eve. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Um, we do have some stuff happening this weekend. That's normally what we do on Wednesday, but we've had a couple of big things happen over the first part of this week that we really want to make sure that you guys are aware of. And so we got a lot of you guys tuning in online now. Really glad to have you here. We're going to start with something that I just learned about this morning. And Lucy, I know that you are so thrilled to update everybody on the Christmas lights on Main Street. So some of you guys will recall and have a lot of fond memories about the snowflakes and the bells and angels and things like that that get hung on the light poles coming in and out of town on Main Street, and then even on Dewey, back before we did all the re-Dewey construction. So been a big change on that. So Lucy, why don't you update everybody on what's happening?
Yeah, so we have seen a lot of Facebook posts asking about Christmas lights, and there's been some conversations about like Christmas lights not happening because of the shoot and all those things. And so we just want to, from a city standpoint, say that the shoot is not the reason why there is a lack of decorations in the other part of town. And so one of the big topics right now is the Main Street decorations, and I can't remember them being anything other than snowflakes.
Maybe I'm getting confused with some other town though.
But I think that might be true because I think at one point there was like a candle with almost like a halo above it.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I've seen pictures of that, so I can't remember it being anything other than a snowflake.
Okay.
But
I've only been at the city for like 2 years. So.
2 years. But I've lived here forever.
Right.
But anyway, so there's a lot of questions of why the city's not doing that. And so we just want to let you guys know, as a community, it's something that like I miss personally as well. But it's not our decision. So ultimately the lack of snowflakes on Main Street is a decision coming directly from OG&E. And so, I was talking with Micah about this earlier, and he was talking about how, we pay for the power and the lights that come out of those poles, which is correct, but we don't own those poles. Those poles belong to OG&E, and so they get to make the rules. And one of the rules that they have now is that you are not allowed to attach anything or plug anything into their poles. And so that is why there's no snowflakes on Main Street. We did sit down and meet with OG&E, the community affairs manager, which is Tammy Taylor. She actually pulled together all the big dogs to come and chat with us about this. And there's an application process that you can go through to try to appeal it because it has happened before. And ultimately, Sapulpa was just told no. The poles are outdated. They can't guarantee the safety of the plugins that are located on the poles that there's still plugins on.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just they are just telling us no at this point. So as of right now and the foreseeable future, there will not be snowflakes or anything attached to the poles on Main Street.
That's a bummer. So in And then a change to that, you were telling me also, like they are starting to replace the poles, and the new poles they bring in don't have any way to plug anything into them anyway. So we're losing it by that. But also we're being told now, even if you have the old poles, you can't attach snowflakes or anything there.
Right. The outlets are old. They're outdated. They don't know. I mean, they somewhere can tell us when those poles were put in and, how old those outlets are exactly. But they don't know for sure, and they don't know the integrity of those outlets and things like that.
Okay, so you did mention earlier solar. Does that mean if we're able to, let's say the city is able to buy a bunch of ornaments that are solar powered, would OG&E allow us to attach them to their poles at that point because they're not using the actual electric?
They do have an application process for that as well, to just fasten something to the poles. And that's something that we can apply for in the event that we were able to purchase those.
We've been able to do that in the past with our petunias, petunia baskets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it comes down to an application and going through the process. The best way to describe it would be like taking something to city council. They have a panel, they have a board, has to go through checks and balances, and then they get the ultimate decision. So they didn't tell us like absolutely 100% no, but they did tell us that if that was something we wanted to do in the future, that we did need to look into solar.
Okay, so it's not no forever, but it's no for now, for sure.
Right.
That's a bummer, because I have a lot of, even recently, fond memories of watching the guys load up the snowflakes in their truck and going pole to pole.
Yep.
and blocking the street for just that amount of time right there, in order to hang up the snowflakes and stuff. So that stinks. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I'm so part of me is glad that Lucy is the one to deliver this and not me, but
Yeah.
because she can take the heat for it, I guess. But
Mhm.
I understand it's not in your control anyway. You
Yeah.
guys were told about
Yeah.
OG&E here, so
So like I said, there's a lot of conversation about it on Facebook, and we've had some people reach out to us, and we are getting a little bit of heat and pressure. Why is this not happening? And so we just want to make sure that like we're very, um, I just get it out there and everyone know that like that's not our decision. That was the decision that was made for us, and so there is conversations, like I said, with solar and things like that. So,
okay.
um, for the foreseeable future. I don't know when it will happen again, but we're trying to work on it.
Okay. Well, let's follow up that depressing news with some I guess good news. So when you talk about the parade,
Okay.
so it looks like we put this post out yesterday and it got a lot of shares because I don't think people fully realized that the parade route had changed pretty much back to what it was before,
Hmm.
with the removal of Dewey being like a main thoroughfare for it. So I have a map. You can see it on the Sapulpa Times Facebook page. I was going to bring it here. I forgot to put it in the show. But so if you are not aware right now, okay, because before I had this last meeting with Janet, we had an episode with her talking about the update of the parade. So prior to that change, and you mentioned this in your video that you did with them, that the parade was going to run backwards from the school down Dewey, right?
Yep.
Well, obviously, it's looking less and less likely that that's even going to be an option because of the construction and stuff. So they went ahead and made the call to change the parade back. Plus, there was a lot of people that were saying, "Hey, we like." Parking at the Main Street Plaza or Research and things like that, and watching the parade from there. So, not everybody goes downtown. That's your own issue, and we can talk about that later. But uh, we heard you guys on not having the parade go down by Taft and Main anyway. So um, the good news is the route has been restored back to what it was, pretty much last year, the year before, where they stage on Hickory and right there by Research. Then you come down Taft, turn on Main, come down Main. Here's the deal: it will turn on Thompson. Okay, so if you're watching at Lee or on Dewey or any of that, you're going to miss it completely. It will turn on Thompson Street and go down to what they call Church Row, which is where the churches are in the big parking lots. And that's where the parade will end, right there. So I don't know. I think changing it back was probably a good call, honestly, because I know that there's tons and tons of people that watch it on Main Street. What do you think?
I think there's a lot of people that watch it on Main Street, but this was a conversation that we had as a parade committee when we talked about changing it and moving it, and it's one of those things. Like I know that a lot of people do it that way,
Mm-hmm.
but I was excited to see it go a little bit different.
Well, yeah.
I was, and but that's my personal opinion. But we hear the people, and it's back to normal.
Yeah, it'll be back to the normal way of
Yeah.
doing things for now. I fully expect that next year will be different, guys,
Hmm.
and I would just plan on that. Okay, so
Hmm.
next year we've got a brand new Dewey Streetscape. We are going to take well advantage of that, especially with Route 66. I mean, all of this is going to be tying in. So plan on a different parade route next year, but this year will be amazing and nostalgic. And in fact, I think it'll be especially nostalgic because it's got that vintage Christmas
Hmm.
theme. So it's going to be great. Have you talked to any of the businesses or anything? Is the city doing anything for this?
We're not. Usually our city councilors will kind of group together and they'll do a float or something.
Yep.
But as far as the city goes, pretty much all of us are volunteering
Okay.
to help with traffic and crowd control. And then obviously we have our entire police department that kind of dedicates their evening to the parade. So
Yeah.
that is more of our participation than actually riding through the parade.
Well, I mean, we need that participation. You guys are a pivotal part in making that happen, so that's good. But okay, so two things. That's the update on the Christmas lights and the parade. You guys we'll remind you again, but the parade route has changed back to what it was. So don't be coming down on Dewey Avenue expecting to see the parade because it won't happen. Other big news for this week is the BTW got the bid awarded for it, and I wanted to talk about this. So first of all, this is a big, big deal for Sapulpa. This is basically the last of the community-oriented big construction projects from our 2020 Geo bond that's finally making real, tangible progress. And it's been a conversation, and it's been kind of up in the air about what to do. A lot of you guys remember this was voted on back when the dollars went a lot further. And so there was a lot of talk about, how we're going to pay for this after COVID happened. And then they began to look at what it would look like in the future. Could we scale it down? What are we going to do in order to meet the budget? Anyway, I spent a lot of time in limbo just trying to get some of those things figured out, but it's been figured out now. The bid has been awarded. Super excited about this. I wanted to bring it up on the show to address some of the comments and stuff that we have when we put the story out. So, Lucy, some people seem to think that this is going to be just like another Redewey project where it's just full of delays and it's not in the city's control and things like that. Do you have anything to say about how this is not that kind of a project at all?
Yeah, so Booker T is a complete geo bond project. And so one of the things that I would like to relate it to is like our alleyways or Liberty Park. Both of those were geo bond projects, and it was something that was completely managed by the city. The only like lack of control we have is we're not actually digging the holes or tearing down the buildings and things like that. And so this project, they will report directly to us. That is one of the huge benefits of where we are with Booker T right now. Like you said, dollars went way further before COVID.
Right.
And so there was some conversations of like, do we need donors? Do we need more grants? And things like that. And so we went out to bid, and I will be fully transparent and let you know that we were very concerned about what these bids were going to look like and how they were going to come back. But they came back beautifully.
Yeah, we had 10 different agencies that put in bids for it.
Yes, and they are within budget. And so the need for outside funding and things like that is just not on the table for phase one. I believe there's talks of like a phase two and phase three and kind of moving forward. That is kind of just like conversations. I'm not saying that's on the table right now.
That's for another day. Yeah.
That's for another day. But so one of the things is like it is within budget. A lot of people are talking about the walking track and a weight room and all of those things. And I'm just here to tell you, like, they are coming.
They are.
They are included in this bid, and this is geo bond money exclusively. And so it'll be a project that I can't tell you there won't be delays. I mean, we're working with.
I think we figured out that anytime every construction project apparently is going to have some kind of delays.
There's going to be some kind of delays. I mean, this building is 100 years old. I think more than that, but
maybe.
One thing that I actually learned is that if you go into the gym and you lift up the seats for the bleachers, there's dirt.
Really?
There is no floor. There is no nothing.
Not concrete?
It is not concrete. Those bleachers were built exactly like they are over dirt.
Wow.
And so there are things like that we could potentially run into as this project goes on. But not having communication and not having the information, things like that will not be something we run into with Booker T.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
I think everybody would be happy to have a project like that. After the project that we've had recently, but I'm excited about this. I'm especially excited for Carla Gunn because this has been her baby pet project. This is the reason she continues to run for city council, is she wants to see this project through. And it'll be a great thing for the whole community, for everybody. So not just the folks who are used to Booker T and it's been a part of their life for their whole life, but the whole community will benefit from this. And so it's not going to be like it had been. I really do see how the Dewey Streetscape project has kind of soured everybody on the idea of geo bond projects and construction projects and stuff. I will say this. So since I've been running the Sapulpa Times for 10 years, we've been through a number of geo bond projects, and we've never had one like this. I mean, this was this talking about the Deuce Streetscape project. There was never another project that was so completely taken out of the control of the city
Right.
like this. So this is definitely like a once in a decade, I guess, kind of situation. Hopefully once in a generation. But anyway, that's not this. Okay, so this is going to be a great project. Do you have a start date on it? Have you guys been told?
I know that there is a timeline that'll be released by the Parks Department
Okay.
on Monday.
Okay.
And so all that information will be going out. We had conversations of like going ahead and putting it out this week. But with Thanksgiving and the office being closed and things like that, we didn't want it to get like lost or cluttered on like, not that they're clutter, but the wonderful Thanksgiving posts that everyone's going to be putting out and things like that,
Mhm.
or the lack of time people will be spending on social media, and things like that. So that will go out on Monday. It's
Okay.
a timeline of where everything is and groundbreaking. We are finalizing those details, and so details will come out early next week, so that way we can plan for that. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we'll have you guys, we'll have an update for you guys on Monday on the show. So, all right, let's move into talking about what's happening this week. First of all, Shop Small Saturday is kind of our big one. Shop Small Saturday is happening with Main Street. Are you involved in that at all this year? Are you on the committee or anything?
I'm not. The city has donated a couple of little trinkets that have to be delivered to Main Street, for their little goodie bags. And I will be there shopping.
You will be here shopping? Okay.
But
You're gonna come by and get a tote bag?
I will
Okay.
come by and get a tote bag. But to be honest, I think that Cindy really just like she's just soaking it in. I don't know that she asked for anyone's help this year. I know Janet is helping with it, and they have some great things planned for Saturday. But I think they're really just like soaking it in and putting their heart into it.
Yeah, well, this is an event that's kind of like that. They
Mhm.
don't have to do a ton of running around or anything. They sit in one spot, they hand out the bags. Everybody's usually all happy and smiles and stuff when they
Yep.
come and get them. And then you just get to just send your disciples out into the
Yeah.
world to shop small.
Yeah.
And it's a great time. You guys should definitely participate. So it's happening at CTS Coffee, and we'll be starting at about 9 o'clock, I think, right? Yeah. So and they're also doing free coffee that morning as well. So Shop Small Saturday happening at CTX. By the way, Free Coffee Friday is also still happening. So 2 days in a row of free coffee at CTX if you can make that work. But
Perfect.
be sure to get your tote bag. We're going to do it. I'm going to be there for
Mhm.
sure. And don't forget to ask for tickets when you go around to
Mhm.
all of the businesses as well. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward
You
to
want
it.
your tickets?
Yeah. Uh, somebody is somebody I think has found the mouse.
Yeah. Okay.
Lucy the mouse. Somebody on a last on the reel that I posted a
Yeah.
couple days ago posted a comment. I
Hmm.
think they found it.
Okay.
I can't remember where they said it was though.
You already forgot. I will say the business commented on our show from Monday when I talked about the mouse.
Is it? Can I say it, or are we trying to keep it alive for everybody? Not say anything.
Oh.
You guys should go look for the mouse. I won't ruin it for
Okay,
you.
if you find the mouse and you send a picture of yourself with the Lucy mouse, you can send it to me or Micah, and we will have a little gift for you.
I'm going to give you some Jingle Bell tickets for one thing. For
Okay.
sure, like
Okay.
a bunch. Okay, so get a selfie with the mouse
Mhm.
and send it to us. Just send it to us via Facebook Messenger or
Mhm.
something, and we'll give you definitely some Jingle Bell tickets, maybe more, maybe
Yeah.
a
We'll
top.
we'll definitely definitely put something together. I think this is awesome. And I'm super excited for this business to like turn it into something fun.
Yeah.
So yes, if you see the mouse, take a picture with it and send it to Micah, and we will have a gift for you on Monday.
Okay. All right. First come, first serve. I mean, we're not going to do it for everybody. So
I will say I will do 5.
you'll do 5 of them?
5.
Okay, you're on your own now. I can't afford 5 of whatever she's doing.
We'll do 5.
First 5 people to send us a selfie with the mouse will get something from Lucy.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is.
And some
Just made
Jingle
that
Bell
up.
tickets from Micah.
And tickets from me. Yeah. You will get tickets. That's no problem.
Okay.
We got plenty of tickets. So, Shop Small Saturday happening on Saturday. You guys be sure to participate. Don't forget about that. Also, It is Santa house time, guys. Santa is out in his house happening on Friday and Saturdays. Started this last weekend, 6 to 9 p.m. on Friday, and then Saturday from 1 to 4, and then 6 to 9. The only time he will not be in that house is for the parade. So he'll be there every Friday and every Saturday, all the way up until right before Christmas. So you guys be sure to come out and do it. It's completely free. You don't have to pay for these photos or anything. I think you just take it with your phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that it's not a printed photo. I don't believe. Like
Mm-mm.
we've done that before, but that always costs money. They're
Yeah.
not charging anything. So you just take it with your phone. You know, have your kids sit on Santa's lap. Tell them what they want for Christmas. Get your picture. Put it on Facebook. Maybe swing by and get a selfie with the mouse. Okay, that's it.
Yeah. While we're talking about Santa pictures, this is not like anything like that. Anyway, the Make Sense Foundation over at the Burnett Mansion. Today is your last opportunity to go see Santa at the mansion, and that is
You
happening.
said that's the magic at the mansion today.
Magic at the Mansion
Yep.
today. And so if you want to go over there, that has been sponsored by Friends of Mark Lawson. And so I think you get a printed picture. Don't hold me to that. I don't know for sure. But you do get to see Santa, and there's coffee and things like that. I know yesterday all the elves were there hanging out and things like that. So definitely check out the Burnett Mansion for a daytime picture with Santa if Friday and Saturday doesn't work for you.
Oh, great idea. Great option too. And all the kids are out of school, so you got to do something with them.
I was going to say today people are off work and kids are out of school, so it's a great opportunity.
It is good time. So this week also Thanksgiving is really kind of when I start my Christmas movie watching.
Hmm.
And so I'm going to start putting out the list of Micah's favorite Christmas movies.
Okay.
And I really need the community to kind of join in and tell me what I'm missing. Uh, I'm probably not missing any. I think my list is pretty great. But what's your Christmas movie that you watch? Do you have one that you have to see every year?
Yeah, I watch The Elf every year. It's so good.
I love Elf, but it's not like my number one. It's
Um,
not even like my number five.
no, my number one would be The Grinch. We watched The Grinch,
Which one? Which Grinch?
both of them.
No, we can't say that.
Jim Carrey and the cartoon. Jim Carrey and the cartoon. We watched them both. We watched them like
Cartoon.
back to back. The new cartoon.
The new animated, the new 3D animated one,
Oh,
not the
he's 3D.
original. Huh?
He's 3D. He's not
Like
3D.
there's two versions of a cartoon Grinch.
Oh,
There's the
it's
one
the new
that's
one.
the newest one that came out just a few years ago,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay. So are you not a fan of the original 1960s Grinch
I don't know
that
if
was
I've.
only like a half an hour long?
I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's the OG Grinch. You've never seen
No,
Lucy.
I like Jim Carrey and the new cartoon, and we watch one, and then we watch the other, and then we watch it again and again. So
That's what happens when you have toddlers at home.
yeah. And the elf. I love the elf. Hudson hates the elf. I don't.
Why?
What? Makes me so
Who
sad.
hates it?
Every time I want to turn on, he's like, "I hate that movie," and I'm like, "We don't hate things. We can
That's
dislike
not
them.
mess.
We don't hate things. We can dislike them." But he does not like that movie. And Home Alone. I really like Home Alone,
Which one?
the first one.
How do you feel about Home Alone 2?
I like it, but I like the first one the
I
most.
think I like Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1.
You know,
Honestly.
I don't.
Okay.
But and Hudson likes the one. It was 1997. The Home Alone. The little kid's name is Alex.
Yeah, where they changed it all up and ruined it.
It's that one. I think
This
it's
kid.
because my nephew's name is Alex
Oh, okay.
and the little boy's name is Alex. I think
So
that's
he
why
thinks
he
that's
likes it. Mhm.
okay. What about like any more traditional movie, or are they all children's movies for you?
Probably all children's movies for me.
I'm
Um,
a lot more grown up in my Christmas movie taste.
we were looking at movies the other night, and I was like, "Ooh, Christmas with the Cranks or National Lampoons." Both of those are really good.
Yeah, they are, but National Lampoon tops that one out for me.
It does, but you can't watch it with kids.
Sure you can. I do. I
No.
have every time my kids were weaned on
Okay, well, not my
Cousin Eddie.
6-year-old because he repeats things. So,
uh,
yeah.
last year or 2 years ago, my family, aside from like my parents and my sister and her husband and their kids had never seen A Christmas Story.
Oh,
And that is one that we have to watch every year at my house. And I was like, you guys got to watch it. I can't believe you never watched this. We're going to watch it. So we're all going to watch it together. And so we all watched it together. And the first thing my dad said is like, there's a lot of cussing in that for a Christmas movie. And he liked it, but that's the first thing he said.
I
Oh, I guess I didn't realize.
I forget. Like honestly, the like older movies, they're a lot more raunchy.
They can be, yeah.
Yes,
I think it's a little bit, it goes over the kid's head.
some of it, but not all of it.
I don't know. Are you talking about something specific or just,
No, I'm just saying like in some of these movies, like the other day I watched Clueless with Adam's daughter Riley. She's a
oh,
teenager now.
Clueless is 100% raunchy. Yeah.
Gee,
Yeah.
and Mean Girls.
Because that one I've never seen, but
That one's bad too. There's just so many innuendos, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
I think it was we didn't understand what was going on when we watched that movie in the 90s when it first came out.
Yeah.
And later on when you watch it when you're 40.
Yeah, I'm like, my parents let me watch that
Yeah.
all the
Yeah. Same thing with some songs that come on the radio. You're like, oh my gosh. I
Yes,
can't believe my parents let me
the
listen.
songs I listen to, they're like, ooh, that's so dirty.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I was listening to stuff that was way worse than that.
Okay, well, we're good. Keeping it in the Christmas spirit, guys. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you get to eat a lot and spend a lot of time with your family and stuff. It's going to be a great day tomorrow. And I'm very grateful for all of you guys who tune in to watch the show. Thank you, Lucy, for being here. It's always a pleasure. And we're going to keep the Christmas movie thing going, I think. We're going to continue to have more conversations about that in the future because the holidays are here.
Speaking of holidays, do not forget City Hall will close at 4 o'clock today, and we will be closed Thursday and Friday. So if you have a water bill or anything like that that you need to take care of at City Hall, please stop by before 4 o'clock today.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into the Timeloop Live. Appreciate having you here. We'll see you again on Free Coffee Friday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Bye.